Alright, where are we? Good Friday. I was going to do a lambic, but I need to stock up on flower child. So today I'm doing another flower child now that I've isolated the problem with the last one. I need it back on tap. So I've got my malt bill ready and I'm about to dough in. It's better. This one's a slightly more porridgey and not mortar. That's quite a large grain bill in that last one, with loads and loads of oats and stuff as well. This one a lot thinner, so I'm going to start getting the herms going. It's dropped a few points, so get the herms going, bring it up to temp. This is the sort of reverse of the flush at the end. The flush at the end is where we've had the herms going and then we flush it out with clean water. This is where I filled it up through the herms, and now the herms is going to kick in to start bringing some of the wort that we're starting to extract through, and we're going to get loads and loads of particulate matter, obviously, because there's no grain bread established. All this is to bring the temperature up. There we go. Lovely. I am going to build a little vol-off, kind of an arm going down onto a plate so that it spreads it more evenly, because at the moment the temperature diff is quite substantial as you measure the temperature around the different parts of the mash tun. But at the moment I'm just bringing the HLT up. I'll take that up to about 82. Come on, go. Thank you. 82. This will take about 4 or 5 minutes now to get up to 65, 66. It'll probably overshoot, but I'm going to give it a little stir just to help it along its way, because this coming out of here now is quite nicely wham. And then we've got an hour to kill, so I'm going to give that other Firmzilla over there a good nuking again. Even though I did it last week, I'm going to give it another good nuking. Then I'm going to dry hop the brew from last week, the third time lucky New England IPA. But today, so far, so good. Doesn't time fly when you edit out all the swearing? Actually, there hasn't been much swearing. It's gone like a dream. It's a lovely little mash, and I'm going to just sparge out really gradually. I'm not even going to use the Valentine, because historically with this I've never had a stuck sparge with this. So I'm going to let it go very gradually. I'm going to throttle it on the pump. I'm probably not going to use the pump for much. I'm going to let it reach its own equilibrium and then just use the pump a little bit at end. So let's start that bit that everybody likes to see. There we go. And now I'll slow it down a bit. And that will be more than Speedy Gonzales and off. In fact, I could probably slow it down a little bit more. This is one of those rare instances where one of those spinny spargy arms is a good idea. But we don't need much on this. Just a nice gentle dribble and a nice slow transfer to the copper. We have a start of boil. Very vigorous boil. Might turn that down a little bit in a minute. I'm using the hop basket because, and this is a really strange one, this starts with a 27 gram hop addition at the start of boil. Whew. 27 for a 20 litre batch, or what will be a 20 litre batch. Right, I'm going to drop this down, or I might actually. Let's have a look. How's it going? Well, let that come back to the boil. And I might just switch this to manual and then switch it to something like 60%. We shall see. How radical am I feeling today? So along with a 60-minute edition, there's also a 27 gram 20-minute edition. Oh, that aroma, that smell aroma. Great. So we've got another 20 minutes to go, and then flame out, and then there's another 27 gram at flame out, and then another 27 gram 15 minutes after flame out. Core blimey, gov. Oh, it's flame out, and there's another 27 gram hop addition goes in at flame out. And the smell here is just bonkers. So I now need to do another 15 after flame out hop addition. So I'll go and measure that out, and I'm just transferring upstairs from the fermentier into a clean one, so then we'll have another fermenter ready to be inhabited by this. We're down to 84.1, 15 minutes after, so I'm guessing Will has those timings more for allowing it to drop in temperature. So this is the final hop addition in here now. I might give that a little stir while I'm in my star san. Right. This is my artificial whirlpool, boys and girls. Now, if you've watched the other video, I did a dry hop close transfer. So from one Firmzilla into the other. This is what we came out of. Now I'm in play mood. That's only CO2 in there. There's absolutely nothing else that's been in there, so no contaminants or whatever. I have a choice. I can either give this a good wash out in the next 15 minutes and star san, or pitch on top of that yeast cake that's in there. Now that's the Sanders yeast. I think that'll work pretty well with Will's recipe. I haven't got a WLP 001 starter made. I was going to use just Safal US05. Yeah, I think because a couple of things have gone wrong, it may well be. And I know I was talking to someone the other day who says, well, I always pitch onto the same yeast cake when I'm doing similar style beers. Obviously you wouldn't do a New England you wouldn't do a New England IPA onto a stout, but that's a New England IPA-ish with the Sanders yeast. I'm going to pitch on top of it. That's just to show what a daredevil I'm feeling at the moment. And I hope Will doesn't mind me dicking around with his recipe a little bit. But I think I'm due a little bit of good luck. So let's just try it. I've never done it before. I know a lot of brewers do. I know a lot of professional brewers do. Oh, crumbses. Right, let's give this 20 minutes or so just to steep first, and then see where my head is at the end of it. Because it's Yorkshire, what I do is cap off, because we don't want any dribbly tap water, and then stand the plate chiller on its end to get the last tiny little bits out. And I know people are going to wonder now. You're going to want to know what I did. I'm not telling you yet. I either spent 20 minutes breaking me back, cleaning the sodding thing out, or I just pitched that on top of the old yeast cake. What do you think? It's definitely bloody cold. Successful brew day. We shall see in a few days. Now, this actually worked well today. As you know, if you've watched some of my previous videos, I'm sometimes a little bit fucked off that it gets really clogged up and doesn't allow. But this is the 4 ounces of hops that went in. There was a little bit left in the kettle, a little bit in the filter, but not right much. So that's what you get with your 4 ounces of hop pellets. Now, I've just been rinsing out, and there's a reason. I'm always fucking replacing tri-clamp gaskets because I forget to fish them out of the bucket. So they lay in the bottom of the bucket and you can't see them, and then I rinse the bucket, chuck it into canal, and usually these go with it. Not today. Today they go in cleaning bucket along with everything else. I'm just bringing this up to temperature. I've rinsed it out. I'm going to bring it up to about 80 degrees, chuck some caustic in there, and then run the caustic through the whole system and the plate chiller, and then flush it, and that's it for today. Let's just have a quick look. I have to do this in. It'll be right. I think we'll be good with that. So I've got probably 3 days while I dry hop and then cold crash the 3rd time lucky Nipah. This Flower Childish version 3 can't be any worse than version 2. And I'm glad that I didn't do. I was tempted to do an Easter lambic, but we've been forecast snow. What I didn't want to do was set everything up out here. I was going to move the cars over to the other side of the car park. I've got a little but meshed gazebo I was going to put up and put the cool ship out here so that it picked up on all the natural yeasts. I'm not going to do it. Not going to say it. If it does freeze, probably not a good idea, because getting that out of the cool ship the next day with hammer and chisel is not a good idea. So we've got the next coat of bitumen down on the quayside down here. The legs for the fence are ready. All I need to do now is get these back down along the quayside. I might have too many. I might end up getting rid of a couple. Not sure yet. So for today, boys and girls, for Flower Childish V3 Part 1, I'm going to say that is that. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. I don't always guarantee to know what I'm talking about, and I certainly don't guarantee that I'm always going to have successes, but one should learn from one's failures as much as one's successes. Right, for now, take care, and whatever you're doing, do it safely. Cheers.